What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. No webcam today, but we got a lot of news to go over. Let's get into it. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Thursday. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome Thursday. Tomorrow is release day. Actually, that might be a change. But first, if you haven't got your treasure chest already and you're a member, or your treasure chest keys and you're a member, make sure you pick up your free magic keys for being a member. I already did, of course, but these will be resetting at the end of the month. And there will also be new treasure chest items. So, the event this Friday is Yokai New Year. There'll be a new item in the treasure chest until February 10th. Very interesting. And that'll be a seasonal item. So I just thought it's probably one of these two sets, or maybe both. It says it's the Jing Gong Ji set. Hopefully I said that right. So this one will be in the treasure chest. I actually prefer that one color wise, but you can get that one in the treasure chest. Hopefully I don't, because I still have a bunch of other items they need to get out, and I'm a fan of those colors a lot more than the orange. I like the red and black better. Other than that, there are also some new sets coming out. A green like plate armor with a bunch of red on it. It looks really sick, and like a red and like kind of like a grayish black. Looks really nice. And of course some Chinese New Year / Yokai New Year themed items. The event says it's coming out on the 28th, which is Saturday, not Friday, which is different than normal. I guess that's the day that the actual holiday lands on, so it makes sense to release it on that day. But it'd be better if they released it on the normal day for consistency's sake. Here's a closer look at that green armor set, and also a cape, an anime cape for the game. So it'd be cool if they had the set without the plate armor in it, even though I really like the plate armor. It looks really cool. It got like a J6 vibe coming from it. But it'd be cool if you could just have the hat with the scarf. That'd be really sick. That'd be a really sick helmet. Definitely pay like 500 ACs for that, if that was a thing. Hint, hint. There's also a giant pet server rewrite. I'm sure everyone's really tired of hearing about the server rewrite. Like 99.9% complete, almost done. A few more months, it's gonna be done. Yeah, okay. Take everything you read about the server rewrite with a grain of salt, of course. But here are their plans, trade skills. This probably just means a lot of grinding for some items that you may or may not want. So hopefully there's some rewarding items you get for grinding. More fun systems for them. I don't know what that means, more fun systems, but maybe they do a good job on that. I don't know. I think that currently the only trade skill in the game is like fishing or something, and fishing is literally clicking like one spot on the screen and spamming your mouse. But we'll see what they do with the other trade skills. I'm actually kind of interested in that. The luck enhancement change is... we knew this was coming. They announced this a long time ago. I guess they're still going through with it. They're going to nerf luck for all classes that aren't supposed to have it on it, which kind of defeats the purpose of having luck in the game. If the enhancement is only for certain classes, then why even have the enhancements in the game? It restricts player freedom a lot with it. But if it's overpowered on other classes and like it restricts the use of other enhancements, then I guess it does make sense if everyone's only using luck. But you know, I have mixed feelings on the change, but it'll probably be a good thing in the end. Parry is being added, so a chance to reduce incoming damage. I don't know if monsters can parry. I think they can. So you and monsters can parry with, and I guess parry chance will be a thing on classes now. So dodge classes will probably have a higher parry chance than, say, a non-dodge class. Both monsters and players regain health points and magic points in combat. I already thought, yeah, you did, or at least your player did. I know monsters don't, but I thought your player already did. So I guess they're adding that, or maybe he doesn't. I don't. Actually, I think if you're in combat, you don't regen. You have to be out of combat to regen passively. So now you passively regenning in combat, which I don't really see a point to this. It doesn't really. It's gonna make combat last longer, and like I don't know. That's probably not a good thing for farming and stuff. So that's a bad thing in my book. Bonuses stack now, including from gear. This is a very good thing. I'm so glad they're adding this. So if you don't know what that means, basically if you have an item in your inventory like this sword, that gives you 25% more XP and class points. So on the current live version of the server, if I equip this and say I also would like to use my Cape of Awe, which gives me 25% to everything, it would only use my Cape of Awe. So I have XP boosts on and class point boosts on both these pet and the cape, but it would only use 25% because that's the maximum that one of my items have. It won't like stack. So, but if I was on a testing server, I would get 50% more because it would add them up, right? Because 25, 50% more XP per kill, and then of course you could add helmets and armors and weapons, all that stuff to your character, and then it would all stack on top of each other, which it currently doesn't do in the live, but it does on the testing server right now. But I'm sure a lot of people already know that. This is interesting. I already thought this was the thing, but I guess it wasn't. I don't know. You get extra XP and class points, etc. from killing monsters higher level than you. I wonder if that applies to gold too. Is that what the etc. means? Because I don't know what else etc. would be. But yeah, very cool. I thought that already was in the game, but I guess not. I guess it was just okay, that's really cool. So that's probably gonna. I think there's a version of this in the testing server, and it's really broken at the moment. Like you get an insane amount. Like if you're fighting a level 100 and you're level 65, you get, or like you're level 64, you get like an insane amount of XP. So I think it's very broken on the testing server at the moment, but they'll probably have to balance that out a little bit. PvP is currently disabled on testing server. That's really, I don't know who's PvPing on the testing server. That's not really an issue at the moment. And they want you to go on to the testing server, find bugs and stuff, and report them to the bug tracker. So if you have free time and you want to do that, make sure you do. Okay, so here's something pretty interesting. I really like this sword. It's a little bent, but I love the hilt and the design on it, and the samurai looks a little nice too. A little nice, pretty nice at words, right? So these will be PvP rewards, which we haven't had new PvP rewards in a long time, so I'm actually pretty excited that they're adding more PvP rewards to the game, and it's for his birthday, Xros, very cool. So those items should be in the game whenever his birthday is. I don't know when it is, but they just thought I'd show you these items. They should be showing up in the game in the future. Alright, last but certainly not least, it's a very slow day for news. I don't know if you can tell. We have the Wheel of Love, a Grimskull production coming 2017 Heroes Heart Day. Of course, it's the Valentine's event. This isn't this week, but this will be a week in the future with Baleen and Grimskull. Grimskull was, of course, the guy that was hosting the Wheel of Doom, a very much beloved event and feature in the game that was removed. Of course, the Wheel of Doom, you log in, you could spin the wheel, and you had a chance of getting super rare, really cool items from the Wheel of Doom. Now they're having a different wheel. You don't spin the wheel, and it was confirmed that it's not the Wheel of Doom, even though, of course, using the same model, just a retextured model of the Wheel of Doom. But it's confirmed not to be that. So anyone getting their hopes up, don't. It's not the Wheel of Doom. The reason the Wheel of Doom, the original one, was removed from the game was because of bugs and other reasons. I'm guessing was probably more than one reason they removed it. But there was like ways to exploit the wheel, and there was no current ways of fixing that, I'm guessing. So they have to wait for rewrite before there's even a chance of that coming back. So there is actually a chance of the Wheel of Doom coming back one day after the rewrite when they have more control over the game engine. But that would be far in the future, of course, because they'd have to finish the rewrite first, and who knows when that's going to be done. So yeah, I just thought it was really cool, and I love how they use like the Pimp My Ride font for the little advertisements. And this was only sent out in emails, so if you're wondering why you didn't see this really on Twitter at all, it's because email only type deal. So one last thing to talk about, and we have to go to a different location to talk about it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, I'm here in Dreadrock, and I've been asked all week, what do I think about the Dreadrock change? So if you don't know, Dreadrock Gem Exchange, you've probably heard about this if you've been paying attention at all. They changed this quest. So how did they change it? Well, tainted gems used to drop 3 or 5 at a time. But it was more than one. That's important. It was more than one tainted gem at a time. And they also dropped diamonds and gems. Diamonds, it was diamonds and something else. I don't remember exactly what it dropped, but it dropped 3 different Nulgath items that you needed for quests like Juggernaut items and Nulgath and other Nulgath quests like that. So it dropped 3 different items. It had a chance of dropping them all at once, and it also dropped more than one tainted gem. So this is the fastest way to get tainted gems was to do this quest. And I think this quest is available for non-members too. But now you only get 1 tainted gem for the same quest, and I don't think they changed the quest at all. I think the drop rate on the quest is about the same and all that stuff. Even though it was a pretty slow quest before, and the drop rate was not 100% on any of the items. It was actually a pretty low drop chance on all the items. And my opinion on this quest change is, yeah, the quest was a little bit overpowered. And when I mean a little, it was just a little bit, right? A tiny bit. I mean, it's pretty convenient to have the quest right next to the room you farm in, and I really like that about it. And it did drop like a bunch of items. Was it diamonds that it dropped? I think it dropped a diamond and tainted and gem. I think that's the 3 items it dropped. I'm probably wrong, and someone can correct me in the comments, but it's not really important with the other items it dropped. So they nerfed it. I don't think we got an official statement about why the nerf happened. I think that they thought it was too easy. I wish it would have just changed the drop chances of the items instead of completely removing the even chance of getting item drops from this. And like, I don't know. I feel like it was nerfed too hard. Like, I feel like they overreacted on the nerf a little bit on the quest. It was a fun quest to do, and yeah, they're probably going to leave it like this now, but it kind of sucks it's gone for free players. Nulgath farming is pretty pay to win at the moment. Like the pet that I have right here is 1500 ACs. Another very popular pet that I don't have currently is 5000 ACs or $20 US. Plus you need an active membership to use the pet, and free players cannot click on it to use it. So there's some pretty OP pets for paying players right now, and not a lot of good ways to farm if you're a non-member. I guess like Nulgath larvae and Drudgeon is the only way to do it at the moment, to my knowledge. And of course the other quests like the diamonds are still really easy to get, and they're probably going to nuke that too, but let's hope not. But yeah, it kind of sucks that they nerfed the quest. I can understand it was a little overpowered, but I think they nerfed it too much. I think they should add the other items back to it and just lower the drop chance on the items from the quest. I think that would be a lot better of a nerf. But it's their game, it's their choice really. But that's my opinion on it. So thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Can't wait for the Halloween, the Valentine's Day update, and the new items coming out this Saturday. Kind of weird that they're releasing on Saturday instead of Friday. Thank you guys again. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.